welcome to Pop Chat. My name is Annette Tarpley. I'm the founder of the Passion of Poetry, and we are paying homage. We're doing a tribute today to Alan Johnson, our dear friend and beloved voice of the poets, who has done so many videos and audios for the poets and really made a difference in the delivery of our work. So I think has it been 2 years now, y'all?
Yeah. 2 years.
2 years seems like forever without Alan. He was such a great part of our lives and continues to be so. You know, I think that that he is a legend and actually will always be. So one thing I wanted to do was we got one other person that's here now. Hey, Ben, how you doing?
How's it going?
Good.
Hi, Ben.
Sorry, I'm a bit late there, guys. Do apologise.
No problem. So what I want to do is say, hello to all of you. We have a great lineup of people who loved and adored Alan. And so Sarfraz Ahmed from the UK. He's done many works of yours. Ben Johnson, Alan's son, also very talented in his own right. And we have Dennis Brown from the US, Tait, and Zan Johns from Colorado in the US. And then we have Sharon Kimmelman also from the US, and Tait from the UK, and Pratibha Savani from the UK. So welcome to all of you. And you know what? I think that's the numbers. So everybody's here. So thank you all. I don't know whether you all got that little message I did at the last minute to write just a little blurb kind of on Alan and what he meant to you. You may or may not. And if you didn't get it, you can just off the cuff, ad lib, just say what he meant. And so really, I think I'm going to do it how I see everybody on the screen. And I don't know if you all have the same visual I do, but so Sarfraz, Ahmed, did you write anything?
I did, Annette. I did. I actually wrote, because obviously myself and Alan were both in the UK. When I first met Alan, I thought he was an American poet, because everybody that I seemed to be meeting were American poets. So when I met Alan, it was great because he would phone me up and we would chat. And as I got to know him, I called him the maestro. I don't know if you remember that. I used to always call Alan the maestro because he was in charge of everything and amazing talent and very creative as well. What I've done, I've just said a couple of words as well, because this is what Alan was for all of us. So Alan was a promoter of poetry, a maestro, a creative genius that brought to life the spoken word. And what he did for people like us, like poets, he actually thrusted us into the limelight and gave us wings so we could really fly. And, and without Alan's guidance and creative genius, I don't know where we'd be. We'd be obviously doing our, what we do, but I don't know how popular we'd be, because he got us out there and he really put us, I'm still on YouTube with Alan's poetry in the Poets Lounge. And every time I share one of the poems that he's done for me, even now, people are going, oh my God, who's that? Can we get him? He's so, but yeah, we were lucky to have met him. So Ben, I was lucky to have met your dad. Such a nice guy, honestly. He'd bring me up just off the cuff and just have random chats with me and this and that. So we weren't too far. So he'd literally phone me up. So yeah, I do miss him. I miss him a lot. Annette, is that okay?
She's lost for words there, mate.
You're on
words, that's what it is.
Myself, because I have dogs in the background. One of the things that I had a conversation with Alan maybe maybe a year and a half before he died, he called me one day and he said, "You never guess who I talked to. Ben probably knows this." And I said, "I don't know." And he said, "Sir Anthony Hopkins." And he's apparently heard him on the BBC say something. And I think he was telling him he needed to do bigger things with his voice. He was mesmerized by his voice. But I remember telling Alan this. I said, "Okay, so the next time you talk to Sir Anthony Hopkins, just say my name, Annette Tarpley. You don't have to say anything else. I just wanted him to hear my name one time." So 2 months before he died, and he posted on Facebook, he talked to him again, and he said my name and told him about my group. Now, I'm sure Sir Anthony Hopkins does not remember that, and that's okay, but he heard my name one time.
I remember it.
Yeah. It was a great thing. So, Ben, I don't know if you wrote anything, but you can just probably say this off the heart.
I'll be honest with you. I read the message and I thought, well, there's nothing much I can write, is there? You know, it's can't really. These just fall off, like you said, slip of the tongue, innit? My dad's. He's always been creative, my dad, from as a kid. I remember going in there as a little kid because he's had like I don't know if you guys know, he had a little studio down the bottom of the garden. He wouldn't call it a studio, he'd call it a shed. But it wasn't, it was a studio. And I used to just go in as kids, you know, like me and my brother, and he'd be listening to this music and he'd be like, "Hey, listen to this, Ben, now." And then it'd be like a part of the song that'd go up, you know, like theatrical, and he'd be like, "No way." And he'd explain to me what the song was written for. So when he actually went into poetry, it opened my eyes then. Like he'd take like a piece of poetry he'd find online on the page or someone sent him, and then you'd see him create the music just for that poem. So it was quite fascinating. I see the other side of the coin, whereas you guys obviously write the poetry. And for me, I used to pop in every now and then because I don't live at home. So when I did pop in, I'd go straight out to the garden, see my dad, and he'd be mid-song. He'd say, "Ben, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I'm just in the middle of something." I'd be like, "Oh, okay." So I'd stand there very quietly just watching the maestro. Do you know what I mean? In his own habitat. So yeah, in terms of my dad, I think very talented, had a lot of time for people, and very selfless. Didn't want credit. What about him? Do you know what I mean? He just wanted to make people happy. That's all I can say on that matter.
He was a incredible man, and it's so good to hear the other side of that. And when his creative juices were flowing, he wanted to not to be interrupted, I guess.
Oh,
right?
no. You didn't interrupt him. If he was going live, you did not interrupt him. We had our own little diary in the house. So I'm going live at such and such time. All right. Bye-bye. That was him.
Dennis,
for texting.
Yeah, he was marvelous. Dennis, you are next. Good to see you, my friend.
Yes, good to see you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I sorry I came on a little late. I had some technical difficulties. But yeah, I'm just kind of going off the cuff. It's nice to finally meet you, Ben. Your dad he was a legend. He was you know, I first kind of met him obviously through the poetry circle and through Annette Tarpley and Sarfraz and the rest. And I thought I saw one of the videos he created and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. So kind of reached out to him and I think he did about eight of my poems, you know, so he, you know, and it was great. I was always excited to get him, you know, it's like he was working on one, actually one of them, I always wanted a poem to be made into a song, and he's like, all right. So he took it, and it's and I remember I was out and about doing some shopping or whatever, and he ended up he sent me it, and I had to stop everything. You know, I'm like in the car. I'm like, I had to see this, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, he's such a talented man, and did so much for poetry and for us. I mean, and to get everything out there. And, you know, I don't know. I don't have enough good things to say about the man. He was just, and like you said, he was very selfless and very, you know, just amazing individual. And I'm glad to have had the opportunity to have known him. Definitely.
Good words.
Yeah. Great commentary there. I loved it. Zan Johns, if you open your mic up, darling, it is your turn.
Wow, this is so special. I could feel Alan's presence. I didn't have a personal relationship with him, but like the word in your opening video, Annette, said uniting with respect. That's what Alan did. He highlighted and supported us. His narrations were incomparable. I remember the first time he recorded a video for my poem. He sent the music first. I was blown away. I was blown away just hearing the music. Then he layers it with his voice and the images. It was amazing. He meant the world to us. I'm going to share, I want to read 4 lines from the poem, the tribute poem that I wrote after Alan passed away. Sublime poetic videos, the music, the voice. Alan Johnson was the poet's narrator of choice. His global seal, we cannot measure. The Poet's Lounge, we will forever treasure. Alan made me stand taller, and I'm so happy to be here to celebrate him. Thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. Such great accolades and really heartfelt, all of y'all. So, Jill Sharon Kimmelman, my dear friend, it is your turn.
I can echo what Dennis said as far and as well as Zan. He took what we had on the page and he brought it into a completely different place. Right there, his voice was obviously amazing, and all of that, what he did to bring my poems as well as everyone else's. I'm fortunate to say I think I have about 10 beautiful videos, one of which he actually titled. We talked about it. He called me and said, you know, your title's not quite right. So we went ahead and used the title he suggested. And of course it worked. What I miss the most are the conversations and the laughter. He would call me and he would entertain me with stories, and he would talk in the voice of Queen Elizabeth, and he would talk in the voice of Prince Philip, and he just mocked beautifully, hysterically, the crown. It was such fun. It was so enjoyable. I brought Tim in, my husband, on many of those conversations. They weren't really work conversations because I would give him a poem and he would do his magic, and it would become something that people loved and that I loved and was proud. But the real joy came from the memories of those conversations, where it literally made my cheeks hurt from smiling and laughing so much. So he was, in Yiddish, what we call a mensch, a man of fine and noble character. And that's not a word, noble, that I use easily. But he had all the right instincts. He had overcome so much in his early life, and the legacy he left, not only his beautiful grandchildren that he was so proud of. I remembered him talking about Nancy, and when Indy was born, that was just so happy, and I could hear it. And we never did video conversations, we only ever did phone calls, and it was just pure joy. And to this day, Tim and I both miss them. Ben, I haven't met you, but I'm so glad to be able to tell you how I remember your absolutely amazing dad. I hope I didn't take too long.
No, not at all. Not at all. Love it.
There's a lot to say. There's a lot to say.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Because this is one thing I find very bizarre, is I'm seeing all your names now, and the amount of times I've heard him speak about, I'm seeing you all now in person, do you know what I mean? And it's crazy, like, because I've heard him speak about you for all them years, and now I'm putting pictures to the names. It's quite mad, but I like it. It's good. Sorry, back to where we were. Sorry, apologise about that.
Very interesting. I bet that is true. That you finally see the faces that go with the names and so forth. Jill Tait, my dearest.
No, I've got a terrible cough tonight, but never mind. I've wrote a few poems to.
Are you there? Are you
Here's
frozen?
Alan Johnson.
Oh.
Can you see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a bit on and off.
You kind of
Can you see me? Okay.
Yeah, but you keep freezing.
On and off. Oh no, that's a terrible shame because I wrote a poem about Alan.
Sometimes
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can, but sometimes
I don't know why that is.
So I'll
try my best. Right?
Try, Jill. Yeah.
Jill, listen for just
I'm
a minute.
in England.
Listen for just a minute, because we've been down this road many times when we're online and doing this, and usually it has to do with the location in your home. Are you at a good location for your internet?
Yeah, the last time we had one recently, it was good.
Yeah.
Too cloudy in England. That's what it is. We have bad signal.
Can you hear me?
Well, you keep going in and out.
Oh. So I can go and move somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go. Yeah, go somewhere else. I'm gonna go ahead and keep going, and we'll come back to you. Okay, we'll come back to you. So Pratibha, you're up next, darling. Hello. Unmute yourself, maybe. No, I can't hear you.
You're on mute.
You're mute, or you need to do the sound or something. I don't see you as muted. No, still can't hear you. Can't hear you at all. So, okay. So we'll work on your sound. You might have to go into your settings, so do that. So with Jill and Pratibha having some technical difficulties, Jill, I'll be back with you in just a second. And Pratibha will come back to you as well. I'll go ahead and I just wrote a little blurb and it wasn't much, but mine isn't very long. Regarding Alan, a superb talent in voice, music, and writing, a creative genius who didn't acknowledge his talents, a kind-hearted soul and humanitarian, a lonely and tormented path that he rose above like a phoenix, a true friend and confidant, with insight and truth and wisdom, a legend, an innovator, who left his legacy for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. And so indeed, I feel like he's left us his legacy. You know, Alan will live on forever. And I can honestly say, I know that he didn't like attention, but I think that when somebody's creative and we're trying to, I still think we all think about forging our way into somebody. I'm getting feedback. I'm not sure who it is. Let's see. Forging our way. It might be Sharon, Jill Sharon. Forging our way into the forefront. I mean, we want to be remembered for our works and our efforts, and he certainly is. And some people don't get that notoriety until sometimes after they die, but Alan was a legend even before. And I think it'll even be more enhanced. I'm going to go back to Pratibha. Can you say something and see if we can hear you?
Hi, everyone.
Gotcha.
I did adjustment on the settings, so I was hoping it worked. Okay, great.
Sure.
Right, so nice to be here. Thank you for the invite. I want to say that I didn't really know Alan until 2022, so it was quite late for me. And I did have a conversation with him, but it all happened much later because of storyboard and sending in my poem that he was gonna put on storyboard. So we all had to narrate something, and then he was going to do the video for it. So as a result of that and the show, he actually said to me that he liked my voice and he wanted me to do more narrations. So that's how we ended up talking a bit more about it. And I got to speak to him and I got to know him a little bit. And it wasn't even that long that I'd spoke to him. You know, it was only for a short time, you know, that I'd got to speak. But, you know, I found him very selfless, like Ben said. He was very sincere, very kind. He's such a good supporter of people and their poetry. And he was really kind in giving me advice about tips on how to do a good narration, because obviously if I'm going to do it for other people, that's what he wanted me to do, and he would create the music. Then it's things that he was telling me what he looks at, and it was really interesting, and I did learn a lot from him even in a short space of time. And I got to know him a little bit, and it wasn't long enough because I didn't know he was obviously he was unwell, and then 2023 came, and you know, as we know, it was a sad year, but he was very, very a wonderful person, and I really think that we all remember him in such a good way. And Ben, I think that, you know, you've got such an amazing father who left such a big impression to other people, not just maybe to your family, but even to people that in the poetry world, you know, never physically met him. You know, it's all online. I mean, I'm in the UK, Sarfraz in the UK, you know, we could have even had a meetup at one point, you know, anytime. But it's just so nice. I did have something I wrote, and I wondered if I could read it about Alan, if that's okay. Annette's saying something, but she's on mute.
I'm going to save that for when we do some rounding here. Right now, I want to get through this, and then we'll go back and we'll share more with everyone. So if you have a poem to share or a video to share, we'll do that. So I'm going to go back to, thank you so much, Pratibha, for all of that, and for letting us know how Alan came into your life and what kind of effects that he had. I mean, he affected us all, didn't he? He was really has left an everlasting memory. Jill Tait?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, please say, can you hear me? Good. Here we go. Alan Johnson. I sometimes feel like Johnson isn't that far away. I simply cannot imagine him lying down and doing nothing every day. So personally, I like to think of him hanging around me, because I bet your bottom dollars he will be looking up there watching us right now, listening to everything that we say. And that's the first one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that was
always in my thoughts.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I think that one of the things that probably was a little disturbing to me or about Alan is that he didn't give himself credit for being an amazing writer himself. He'd always, you know, say he wasn't a writer, he wasn't a poet, and he was an excellent, just as good as any of us, you know, and he wrote some amazing works. And so I think that what I'm going to do is I wanted to play one of his, and the funny thing is, oh yes, so this is the one, so I'm going to start off with one that Alan did, but this is one that he pointed out to me, the very last one that he did. And he usually didn't point out his poetry to me, but it was towards the end that he wrote this. I can remember him saying, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" You know, and I looked at it, but it's called the space between us, I think. But I wanted to start off with that first, and then we will go around and we'll share poetry and videos and so forth that you all have as well that Alan has done. But I wanted to take the lead into his own work, and so we can appreciate that. So right now, I'm just trying to find out what all these icons are. There we go. So share screen and space between us. Let me share that. Give me just a second, please.
I found my place sitting here, and see the people fleet by, and here I shall be. Yes, it's Thursday again. Oh, I miss my empty space. She held me close to her, but now I sit alone, imagining her face. She was funny, my lips tightly bound, as she put the world to rights. Just a nod from me, not a sound. A warm coffee towards home, we would walk, and she would daintily skip. A useful step I tried and failed. No one saw my fragile trip. There in front, a little girl, dressed as little girls should be. Are you alone? She asked me then. You look so sad. It's what I see. Sorry about that, the mother said. She loves to talk a lot. I hope she didn't upset you now. Not at all, I replied. It's more than what I've got. They walked away. The girl looked back. So cute, so free, way down the track. Oh well, I'll make an early move. Time for home with little to prove. My walk and stay are all that I do, to be close with her there on a bench made for two. I miss her when I leave it. I was there where she lay. In my arms she had passed on that cold, cold first day. I know what to do. I will buy a small plaque and ask if they will fix it to the bench on its back. Then everyone will know that dreams come and go, but mine remains forever in this space that I know.
Gave me chills, y'all. Wow. Wow. Yeah, they gave me chills, and I haven't revisited that. I almost forgot what it was about. But the amazing thing is yeah, I've still got chills. I don't know if you can see my goosebumps, y'all. So I mean, what did you all notice anything about that video of Alan's?
Was he actually on the bench?
Well,
Who was that photo?
but it wasn't really. It was like him, and he showed the same picture the whole time, right? Not like, so he didn't go all out and have several things, you know, those hours and hours. It was just kind of the simplistic, you know, which was very effective, right? It's very effective that he did that way. So, but I kind of noticed that, you know, with ours, we're used to those, you know, changes. Yeah. And with Alan's, it was just a still picture of him telling this story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder, was it a true story? Do you know? And that it was so heartwarming.
I was thinking he told me it was, but I can't remember the circumstances. I know that there's something else he wrote once, and he told me the story behind it. And then the one with the van, one with the van, that one that I love, that was a true story. So I think that a lot of us, though, even though we don't live something, we kind of grasp, you know, little ends of this and that, right? And weave it into our stories. We might not have lived that exact thing, but, you know, we weave it. So, Ben, I was going to ask you if there's anything of your dad's that you are particularly fond of as far as something he created, maybe on YouTube.
So I'll tell you a little story, a tiny little story. So basically, as you all know, when he was, before, probably a couple of days before he passed away, we had a little speaker in the room just playing all his poetry that he'd narrated. So like I said, some of your poems were probably played in the room. Sometimes he was awake, sometimes he wasn't, and sometimes he'd said turn it off because I don't want to hear it's my voice, that kind of thing. I don't want to put some music on. And anyway, he did like it, and we used to play some of his music. And anyway, the moral of the story is the last poem, I ever played to him was When Tomorrow Starts Without You, which is a poem that I know I believe, I don't know who actually wrote that. Maybe someone can step in and correct me there. I don't know. Does anyone know who wrote that poem?
No, but I remember him talking about that. Yeah, I do.
It was just such a comforting poem for me.
Did he do that? Did he do a video on that?
He did. I think if you YouTube it, or if you go on his YouTube, it's on there.
When Tomorrow Starts Without, what was it again?
When Tomorrow Starts Without Me. So for me, from that, because obviously it was the last poem I played to him, and from now, like there's time to time, I'll listen to it and it takes me. Not sad though. It's not like a sad thing. So when I listen to it, I don't feel sad where it takes me back to a bad time. It's just it just reminds me of that time, just one-to-one, just me and my dad. And you couldn't, you'll listen to it now if Annette's going to play it, and
yes, I've got it.
Every word is unbelievable. It's crazy.
Let's go for that. So
let's go for it.
Let me share that. Hang on just a second. And there we go.
When tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not there to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes all filled with tears for me, I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today, while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me, as much as I love you, and each time you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. But when tomorrow starts without me, please try to understand that an angel came and called my name and took me by the hand and said my place was ready in heaven far above, and that I'd have to leave behind all those I dearly loved. But as I turned to walk away, a tear fell from my eye. For all life, I'd always thought I didn't want to die. I had so much to live for and so much yet to do. It seemed almost impossible that I was leaving you. I thought of all the yesterdays, the good ones and the bad. I thought of all the love we shared and all the fun we had. If I could relive yesterday, I thought just for a while I'd say goodbye and kiss you and maybe see you smile. But then I fully realized that this could never be, for emptiness and memories would take the place of me. And when I thought of worldly things that I'd miss come tomorrow, I thought of you, and when I did, my heart was filled with sorrow. But when I walked through heaven's gate, I felt so much at home. When God looked down and smiled at me from his great golden throne, he said, "This is eternity and all I've promised you. Today for life and what is past, but here it starts anew. I promise no tomorrow, but today will always last. And since each day is the same day, there's no longing for the past. But you have been so faithful, so trusting, so true. Though there were times you did some things you knew you shouldn't do. But you have been forgiven, and now at last you're free. So won't you take my hand and share my life with me? So when tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart. For everything you think of me, I'm right here, in your heart.
Wow, Ben. Wow. Yeah. That was
Powerful.
marvelous. Marvelous. Again, chills. And David M. Romano, was it, that wrote that beautiful piece? And your dad just does it such justice, you know, by narrating it. Truly beautiful. Again, another still picture with that, right? I'm beginning to think that when you do what he does, you really don't need the animation, do you?
Simple and effective.
Yeah. Yeah, it just, the simplicity of it makes it even more powerful, I think. So, Sarfraz, I actually have yours pulled up. This is going to be me kind of struggling to get everybody's at the last minute because I had some company today and it put me a little behind. So, what I'm going to do is I do have yours pulled up, Sarfraz, and this is, if it is written.
If it is, this is a song. So Alan did this as a song. And then the other one, which I really, really love, which is called Blind. So he's got two that are up there. And then the last one, if Pratibha's got time, we'll tell you the story. I call it the lost poem, which is called Arch the Moon, which I think is one of the last recordings, Ben, your dad ever did. And I thought it was just completely lost, but there's a story behind that.
And I apologize. I thought I was going to be able to get a video done in time, and I haven't been able to because.
No, it's okay. The story itself behind it is probably the most interesting part of that poem because, I mean, Pratibha will tell you the story of Arch the Moon. I mean, shall we tell you the story now? You got time?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it. Pratibha, are you up for it?
Yeah, sure. So when I mentioned that Alan wanted me to narrate more poems for other people like he did, obviously I needed to practice. So that's why he was giving me advice and tips. So then he'd asked me to choose a poem. So I decided to choose the shortest poem I could try and narrate because it was a good way for me to start. Because if I go for something long, it's just, it's just going to be longer for me to learn. I just thought, let me do a short one. So I chose Arch the Moon because I absolutely love that poem from Sarfraz. And I thought, okay, I'll do this. So I did send a recording to him. And then what Alan did, he listened to it, and then he basically said, send me the words and I'll narrate it so that he can tell me how he would do it. So this is why I've got this narration from him for Arch the Moon by Sarfraz. It was purely my fault. And you can blame me. But when I told Sarfraz about this after Alan had passed away, he was completely shocked and surprised. We hadn't done anything about it then. And obviously, we did want it to be out there. And so, Ben, I wanted to send it to you even, but it was a difficult time for you and your family, and you just needed time for yourself. So I've been through it myself, so I know what you went through. But so anyway, when Annette and had that other pod chat recently, and they were talking about Alan, and she wanted to do a tribute, it obviously means that this is the right time to bring it up, and this is the right time to talk about it, and this is perfect. So Arch the Moon is absolutely brilliant. He does it wonderful justice. The shortest poem, brilliant. So you can just hear it and you can see for yourself.
Yeah.
So learning curve for me as well.
Yeah, it was. It's actually one of those. It's actually one of the. I wanted to, because I was actually experimenting with minimalism, which is to write a lot in a short space of time. And if I can read it, I'm going to read it out to you guys. Because I think I've got to read Arch the Moon, haven't I? Okay. I think your dad did it really justice, didn't he? So here we go.
Is Annette going to just do the voice? Or
Can you do the voice? Can you? Yes. Can you just play the audio?
Yes, I can. Why don't we show one of your videos while I try to get that?
Yeah. Show one of the music one, if it is the song.
So you want the song instead?
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind whichever. I love both.
Which I had pulled up, but for some reason it disappeared. What was the name of that again?
If it is.
Guys, can I just put in very quick? I'm gonna wait for Arch the Moon, and then I'm gonna have to jump off, unfortunately, because I've got my kids and it's nearly 7 o'clock.
It's all right.
I'm on bedtime duties now, guys. But I wanted to ask, is there a way for me to carry on watching this afterwards when it's all done? Can I catch up?
Yeah, it will be recorded and it will be on YouTube. So we will send you the
But I'm going to
link.
stick around, though. I'm going to stick around.
Okay, and I'm going to, give me just a second. I'm going to hook us up right now to, unfortunately, it started when it wasn't supposed to. So give me just a second. I'll switch over to the video. And screen, let's see. Okay. And share. Now, you know what? I think I have two of them up here, and that's why it's not going on. It's very weird because all of a sudden it's like, there it is. I got the right one. I had it up here twice. I apologize. Here we go. No, it's not showing, is it? Okay.
It must be blocking it from above.
Well, I think I know what the problem is. So, yeah, this is technical. You know, wouldn't it be nice if you could have a live show without ever having any kind of technical difficulties? But share screen again. There it is written, share.
If it's life that's made you sad, let me take away your sadness. If loneliness has made you mad, let me take away your madness. If it's love that's made you blind, then I will be the one that will help you see. And I'm the one that can bring into your life some sanity. If it's love that's lost for words, I'll be your poetry, your inspiration. Someone that you'll remember in years to come. Take your troubles, let me take them all, make them undone. For I will do this some more, if you will let me through your the door is to your heart, for I am yours from the start. With each touch, with each kiss, you will know if it is love. The
You're
Brilliant.
muted.
Annette, you're muted.
I'm muting myself, and you know what? I'm just gonna keep myself unmuted. If you hear me, then because I did this one time when I did a tribute to Alan before. And I swear half of the show I was muted, just my mouth was going. So, so this I hope you all can hear. Let's see if you can hear it.
If you were to say yes, if you were to say it was true, then I would serenade under the stars, bring the moon to you. I would take your hand the way that lovers do. I would arch the moon. I would do it for you.
Very good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. That should, thank you. It's the shortest poem ever, but I think your dad did it justice, and his sort of haunting voice, over that. But I'd love for that to be made into a film, a sort of short film, because it is a short poem.
Right.
But now when I do open mic, I do a lot of open mic, I do a lot of performance poetry. That's one of the most requested ones that people like. So yeah.
You know what he did that I did not know that he did was he actually did one of mine, and I didn't know he did until after he passed. And I'm trying to find it because it's an important one. So this was one I actually wrote about his wife, and I just had it. I can't remember. I just had it not too long ago. So it's basically the one I wrote. The poem I wrote is called something like the boy within the man, or something like that. And it's me trying to convince him of his greatness.
Yeah.
And I remember that poem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have it here somewhere. I just had it, and maybe I need to look under your dad's name under SoundCloud. I was gonna try to play it real quick if y'all don't mind, but that's kind of greedy of me, I guess. But I thought while it was right here, but it's I found me. I just don't know how to search on. Oh, here you go. So Annette Tarpley, the boy, then the man. There it is. Trending poets. So he had a different name. That's a little different on there. Trending Poets is his regular site versus how he's got it on the Poets Lounge. Do you mind if I do this? It's like 2 minutes.
Go for it.
Can you guys hear it with the speaker? Can you hear it? Is it too loud, distorted, or anything?
It's good.
Okay.
Thrown into a perilous life, abandoned and all alone. A young lad he was, no parents to make a house, a home. Who was he? Where did he belong? He cried desperate. By many he was used and abused, a broken commodity. A young boy with a keen mind, growing up before his time. Adults who chose to look the other way, accessories to the crime. On occasion, a man would visit a relative who saw his potential. Prodigy on ivory his fingers played. His savior, who was influential. Despite his hardships, he grew up a young man wise beyond his years. He would give accolades to others, yet for himself shunned the cheers. A giving heart he possessed, kind and caring and gilded in gold. His truths he hid. No one else quite like him. His story remained untold. This remarkable man of many talents was a gift given to the world. Denying truths a woman told him, his boy would not believe her girl. To shed light on his talents, this man with purpose was her plan. Yet the girl within her failed to convince the boy within the man.
Okay, thank you for letting me share that, y'all. Beautiful music too. So I didn't know he did that until I knew that one, I wanted him to make that into video, and I knew that would be too painful. So I really didn't, I was surprised when I found the recording that he actually recorded it. So yeah, anyway, I was shocked. And so thanks for letting me share that. Now, coming up, Pratibha, you had one too on SoundCloud. I guess while I'm there, maybe we can do yours.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, I'm going to jump off. Is that all right? Sorry, I just wanted to interrupt.
Ben.
But I do apologise to the rest of you. Sorry, I can't stick around. Really do apologise. I'd love to, but I'm on daddy duties tonight. So all enjoy yourselves. And thank you for doing this tribute as well, all of you. Really do appreciate it.
Take care, Ben.
Thank you for being here.
Take care, Ben.
But just lastly, just let you know, thank you for being part of his life as well. You know, you like I said, he might have helped you, but you helped him because you kept him busy and he enjoyed doing what he did for every one of you. You know, and I'm glad he's made an impact on all your lives. So, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye,
I'll
Ben.
see you all later. Bye bye.
Take care, Ben.
Thank you.
There he goes. All right. Well, thank you, Ben, for joining us. That was wonderful. So, Pratibha, I think I was going to try to find yours real quick, which I had up here before. Did you send me that recording on your messenger?
Yeah, it was a SoundCloud.
Okay, well, look, it'll be easy to find that way. So I'm just looking for that SoundCloud thing, but I don't see it. I see that. Was it pretty early on? Was it not seeing it? Not seeing that link. So what I think I'm going to do, Pratibha, if you could resend that to me, maybe my messenger, and that would be great. In the meantime, Zan Johns, I think I'm going to try to pull up one of yours. You can remind me of a certain one that you really wanted to see.
I think I sent you one day, which would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent 2. He did 9 for me, and there were 3 more he would have worked on had he not been ill. But I love everyone. So one day would be a good one to show. Do you have
it? Yes, I do.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
let me just get it set up. Okay. So we'll be ready to do that in just a second. Let me go ahead and go back over here and we'll play One Day. And I think I've seen this, but it's been a long time ago. So I can't wait to see it again. All right.
One day, homes will be filled with people not homeless anymore. One day, clean water will flow freely from the earth's core. One day, opportunities for all children will follow God's plan. One day, inequality disappears as justice reigns over the land. One day, the air is clear because we cared for Mother Earth. One day, food is plentiful because we'll reward the farmer's worth. One day, teachers are heralded as sculptures of tomorrow. One day, students have all they need without a need to borrow. One day, hatred is replaced by love, which overflows. One day, greed is erased while love steadily grows. One day, we'll have no wars. Fighting no longer exists. One day, across the globe, only goodness will persist. One day, our world returns to the garden that God created. One day, peace results from knowing we are all related. One day, we'll welcome families no matter how they look. One day, patience will rule despite how long it took. One day, respect becomes a non-negotiable trait. One day, humanity is restored before it is too late. Let's make one day today.
Wow, not only a powerful, poem, but what a great video. What a marvelous
Did you
job.
notice how he slowed it down when it says, "As we cared for Mother Earth"? That's so touching.
Yeah.
The imagery and the ending, it's just, he did an amazing job.
I have a goose flesh again. So it's just so powerful. So, Zan, I'm curious, actually, if you don't mind answering this question, but I was curious as to, I know you were nominated for the Pulitzer Prize. What poem was it for?
It was actually my book, Encore, that was submitted for consideration for the prize.
So
yes,
was
my third collection.
Was this in that one? Was this piece in there?
It was in my second collection.
Not that they aren't all good.
You're probably thinking about the poem "What Matters," which was nominated for a Pushcart Prize.
Yeah.
It's all good, girl.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. So,
yes. And it's the greatest honor to have Alan Johnson narrate your work. That to me is just the ultimate.
It is an honor and privilege, really, isn't it? Really, it's humbling to have someone of that greatness do it. I actually have pulled up Dennis, one of yours, I believe, The Leaf. Would you like that to show that one?
Yeah. So actually, I think it's pretty fitting. Make tribute to Alan. It's basically a poem about what's in here and what you're made of, and you go through many stages, and but ultimately, you're remembered for what's inside. So, and the strength that you carry. So, yeah, would you please play that for me?
Yes, sir. I certainly will. Just a second here.
veins run among its varied form, within the depth of what it shall be, as it changes into its many colors upon the branches of its tree. Its shape transforms throughout its time, yet the structure within stays strong, while it fights for life among the days as each dusk gives way to dawn. It feeds upon the water carried from the shares, and it blows in the wind of its mighty storm, revealing the veins from which it bears. When the last storm comes to be at rest, and its ending wind calms down, the veins of the mighty colored leaf will lay resting on its chosen ground. With the final turn from dusk to dawn, and the time has come to end its reign, the mighty leaf will lose its structure, but its strength will forever be its vein.
Muted myself again. My dog was barking. Beautifully written, Dennis. And
Well, I mean, it's Alan. I mean, he takes such a poem that, I mean, I enjoyed writing it, but then he just brings it to another level. I mean, it's incredible in his composition, the music that he puts to it. I mean, I just don't know what else to say about him. The man's amazing.
And the thing is, he provided something for us at sometimes many times free for people, and are at affordable costs, where to get those productions done by a professional would be very difficult. And who are you going to find that can do all three? So I mean, he's like a one-man show. So yeah, amazing. So thank you so much for that, Dennis. Now, the next one I have pulled up, actually, Jill Sharon, I have your Dancing in the Kitchen, which I want you to just give a brief synopsis of, because I know that this one has a story behind it.
The story behind it is I had absolutely no idea who I was writing about when I was writing it. As soon as I finished it, I realized I was writing for a couple that I met when I was 10 years old. Our families, well, the children were all the same ages, 3 children, and our families had a lot of social interaction over the years, and the husband and wife enjoyed such a beautiful, splendid, happy marriage. And fortunately, she is still alive and remains my mom's very dear friend at the age of 88, and he passed away, but he had 4 years before passing away where his copy that was calligraphied and framed for him, he kept in his bedroom, and it was the first thing he saw in the morning and the last thing he saw at night, and it touched him very, very much. I am very excited to be able to say I brought joy to an awful lot of people with this poem. And when it was published, I used my grandparents' wedding portrait from 1939. So it looked wonderful, but the actual couple, they were dear, dear friends of my family. So I'm excited that that's the one you chose. Alan loved this poem. He called me. He wanted to talk about it. He had a lot of questions. So it was pure joy, the whole project, working with Alan on this.
Very good. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And give me just a moment here.
They dance in the kitchen like movie stars from 1939. With her eyes closed, she imagines herself to be this man's siren. All heady scents, fiery hair, throaty whispers. She could be a star of a silver screen. Alabaster wrists, swan neck flashing emeralds and rubies. The whisper of her caresses delivered by hands in long satin gloves. With his eyes shut, he could be the UPS man, 25 years old in summer shorts, flashing a devil of a smile. His lips deliver a commanding brush of sea-deep kisses that rock her from her toes to her cerebellum and back again. There is music, a solo saxophone drifting in through the open windows, soul-stirring on a cool and scented breeze. Icy cocktails are produced as smooth as slipping skin. He removes her gloves, allowing her fingers to graze the rim of her frosted glass. Pluck a briny, glistening olive, place it between his teeth. It's a shabby room, scuffed-up floors, a patched screen door, countertops in avocado green. He washes, and she dries. That's the way it's always been. Sweet tea and ice-cold beer to toast another perfect sunset. As if he had arranged it all just for her pleasure. His face crinkles with that funny lopsided smile she knows so well. He fiddles with an old black radio. Slow, sweet jazz fills the kitchen, spilling into every corner. Crossing the room, he takes her hand. 60 years of Saturday nights, still dancing in the kitchen.
Beautiful, beautiful story. And again, goosebumps. I'm all goosebumping today, y'all. So that was wonderful. Beautiful, Jill, Sharon, Kimmelman. You can always paint the picture and do the scene and take us on this imagery extravaganza that you do. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. So
That's actually one of my favorite poems as well, Jill. I think you know that.
I know.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm gonna. I think after that, I think I'm gonna read your book again.
I'm honored. Thank you.
I will. It's so beautiful. But yes, no, thank you for that. I absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
indeed. Dear Pratibha, I found your piece, so I'm going to try to do this again. Okay? Are you
Okay,
still
thank
there,
you.
darling?
I'm
Okay.
here. Thank you.
So it's called These Tired Feet. Is that correct?
That's correct.
These Tired Feet. Okay, here we
These
go.
tired feet.
Except for,
These tired feet.
oh, stop.
These tired feet.
Wow, over and over again.
The earth.
So I'm trying to stop it because what happened was somehow my thing got disconnected. So,
Touching
but
Mother Earth brings a sense of awakening. Brings
yeah,
me closer to
it
you.
doesn't have a pause button. Oh, I'm sorry. The play button is also the pause button. Wow, Annette. And now it goes on to something different. So it's very weird. But we're going to go back to that in just a second. I'm going to have to reconnect it. So what I'll do is I'll play the next one, and then we'll go back to yours, Pratibha. And I'm sorry that I thought I had that connected. I should have double checked. Probably my little thing died on us. So what I'm going to play next is I'm actually going to go to Jill Tait's piece that he did, and the name of it is Jill Tait. I have it here. It's called The Clock on the Tree, I believe. Is that correct, Jill? Jill Tait?
It's an old one, but it's been played many times. Actually one of my favourites,
It's one of your favorites?
especially when Alan made it for me. Yeah.
Makes all the difference. Yay. So let's go to that real quick. Here we go. And this is Jill Tait's. Let me get that started for us all.
I came upon a clock. 'Twas such a mystery to me. So I sat down on the grassy ground when it was 3:30. Now, as I watched in puzzlement, 'cause this timepiece upon the wood was ticking anti-clockwise, and I wondered why it would. But then again, who did this belong to? 'Cause there was nobody around. Just me and some wandering black-faced sheep making a bleating sound. Perhaps the pixies put it there as they ran around the tree. Well, whoever it was must have wanted time to go backwards. And they earned my curiosity. So of course I watched this clock for absolutely ages, until the day had almost turned to night, and the hands reversed in stages. Then all of a sudden, and from out of absolutely nowhere, I heard a muffled sound. As this anxious, upright animal looked at the clock, which I had accidentally found. No time to stop and say hello.
I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
Oh my golly gosh. I tried to talk to this little white rabbit, but he said he couldn't wait. Well, at least I had some answers, though I was so shocked at what I'd seen. And I had a fair old idea where he was going to, but not a clue where he had been. He was obviously on his way to that Mad Hatter's tea party, a very important date. And judging by the state of him, this white rabbit was going to be very late.
Wasn't that a fun one?
I don't know when I wrote that, but
That was a fun one. Wow. Clever.
I love the music. That was so great, Jill.
It was perfect, the music for
Marvel.
it.
Exactly. It was perfect indeed.
I mean, he's still here, really. He's watching me tonight because he's very mischievous.
I've felt him a lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very mischievous.
I actually wrote a song that I won't share, but it's something that I was thinking of Alan at the time last night, and I hadn't done that for a while. But so if you don't all mind, he's done so many for me. I wanted to play the Ballad of Ned one that he did for me. Now, interestingly enough, when Alan did it, he didn't call it the Ballad of Ned. He just renamed it Ned. So I remember when I saw it, I was like, it's the Ballad of Ned. It's not just Ned. But I didn't say anything. I let him slide on it. I think later on, maybe I mentioned it, but it was like a few months down the road. I was like, did you rename Ned? It used to be the Ballad of Ned. Now it's just Ned. So, but it was appropriate. So this actually is being considered for in my storyline, which has expounded immensely, for possible pitching to some directors and so forth in Hollywood and producers. So I have a company that's interested in presenting it. So we'll see what happens. Maybe nothing. But if Ned comes to the screen, I've always seen it, I'll be happy because I think it has an important story. It's about bullying. Y'all know about this one, right? Everybody's quiet. That's okay.
We love the Ballad of Ned. I'm glad you're showing it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, I love the poem. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Here we go. So this actually is ready to go. I just need to share my screen.
Long ago, and oh so far away, in the deep throes of the South, lived a man named Ned, a gentle soul, born with a deformity of the mouth. Through the years, it's been said that his mama sheltered him from harm. He grew up caring for the land and animals on an old country farm. Then the time came for him to go off to school, an atmosphere of unrest. His mama packed his lunch and walked him to the bus and whispered, "Mama loves you best." The children teased and taunted him. They were mean and downright cruel. He was bullied all day, but nothing was done. The school had no set rules. After school, he would walk home alone, tears streaming down his face. When he finally got home, Mama wiped away his tears, greeting him with a warm embrace. She said, "Son, I declare I taught you better. I told you you're covered with armor. You are protected in blood. You are a child of God. You are not merely the son of a farmer." The next day he went to school. He stood up taller, a confident smile on his face. He went to the front of the class, approached the chalkboard. The writings he began to erase. With the chalk he wrote, "God is love. I am love. And my love I extend to you." Tears rushed down the teacher's face, falling down the cheeks of students too. And from that day forward, no one bullied the sweet, young, and disfigured Ned. He was blessed with a life full of love and always remembered the words his mother had said.
Wow. Love is the answer. That's beautiful. Powerful.
Yes, and there's my mic again. I'm going to run into that all day. I keep thinking my
Any
dog
problem?
from downstairs. I hope so. I'm hoping it will have an impact. If y'all knew the real storyline, it's much more in depth and a lot of twists and turns and things like that. So all very impactful and to give food for thought to people. Really a touching and humanitarian type of thing. But having said that, so what I want to do now is maybe just reflect, talk a little bit amongst ourselves about a little bit more about Alan. And I know before we, what he meant to us or what we thought about him or so forth. But just open up the general discussion. If everybody could just open up their mics. And I do plan on, going through one more time and doing a work of someone's, y'all's again. One thing I don't want to forget to do is play Richard Lamoureux's A Cup of Empty.
Ooh, yeah, that's another good one.
One of my favorite poems ever. And Alan did an amazing job. But go ahead and just whoever wants to say anything, you just free discussion.
Well, I'm touched by his humility. Alan was so gifted, so talented, and he's probably looking down on us right now, shaking his head like, what are they doing? Because he didn't want the attention, but he commanded the attention and he shared it. He wanted us to shine, and that's what I appreciate about him. I love the fact that he was such a beautiful family man. No one has mentioned was it Willow, his dog?
Yes, dog. I remember his dog a lot. In each of his posts, the dog is always there. The huge dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
Black Willow.
And we post some videos with Willow after Alan passed. So just a beautiful life, a beautiful soul, and he shared it with us. And I know it goes back to his upbringing, which shaped the man that he was. Yeah. So every tribute is warranted and then some.
Yeah. I think maybe that's why he valued people so much, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
That makes sense and that he could feel their pain.
He felt
if somebody was hurting or in angst, I mean, Alan was heart, he could feel
very
it.
Empathetic, and you could hear it. He felt what we wrote. You could hear him feeling it in the narration.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I tell you what I love about Alan. I still remember. Do you remember those Christmas specials he used to do?
Oh yeah.
Those Christmas specials where he basically got us to write a Christmas poem of some sort, and the best one or one of them he would actually narrate. And the whole show was just great. It was such such a great sense of community and fondness. And he was a great host. Quite funny. I think he had a couple of elves. Remember the elves he had? He had some elves in his, in his.
It was those creepy elves that.
Yeah, he had creepy elves everywhere, and he had those. But I remember those. So he'd go out of his way and do these extra sort of things, and they were so special. I think what he is with Alan, he brought people together. That literally, sums him up. I mean, he was a genius, but he valued people and he loved the words that we wrote, and he brought them to life.
Yeah.
But I think he brought people together. I think just like Annette does. I think, and Annette, you're one of those people. You bring people together.
Yeah.
One thing I was very happy to do, and he's the only one I've ever done it with, is I presented him with a real life award. Because Alan did not like the virtual stuff. He was very against it, but it's hard. I mean, monetarily, I can't sit there and award everybody a physical thing. I just couldn't do it. But I think he was actually proud of that little crystal plaque thing I gave him. So I was so happy when he finally got it. I think he used to tease about it and say, "Oh, yeah, I could use this for a paperweight," You know, with my book, he wouldn't really mention it. The children's book, he would just use it as a fan.
Right. You were quite the pair.
Yeah. I think we kind of fed off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I told him he needed to cross the ocean, just swim across, and I said, well, you can use a life preserver if you want to use it. You know, it's a little ways. But yeah, he was so much fun. We keep losing Jill every once in a while. So
I know. I think
I'm here.
yeah, we
Just
have.
adding on to
I keep
We
getting
have
kicked out.
Sarfraz. I'm sorry, you got kicked out?
I keep getting kicked out, but I keep coming back.
who kicked you out, Jill?
I don't.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, Jill. It wasn't me.
Dennis, have you been messing around with Jill's?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
Jill knows I love her.
Wow, I'm so sorry, Jill.
So adding on to what Sarfraz said about the Christmas specials and all that with him, that was the thing. He was so full of ideas. I mean, the brilliance of that. I mean, obviously, if he was still alive, I mean, there'd be something new that he'd come up with and something just amazing. It's just he was so creative. One of the most creative people I've ever met. And going back to the selfless thing, just to add, one of the last videos that he made for me, it was called "Sweet Dreams, My Love," and it was about someone passing away, having a terminal illness and getting ready to pass away, and then passing away, and just the wanting to be selfish about it and all that, and wanting that person to stay around forever. And I never really realized it, but during that time he produced that video, he was unwell. So for him to even want to tackle something like that with the situation that he was going through, or knowing, like, I don't know how long he knew, I don't know a lot about that whole situation, but I can only imagine. I mean, and that was just the selflessness of that Alan possessed. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to add a little bit about that selflessness as well, because what happened is that he had narrated a video, narrated something for Sharon, Kimmelman, and Jill posted it on, and it was really cool. I loved it. I mean, I had heard of Alan by then anyway, and I'd listened to some of the videos he'd done. So then I commented and said, I write prose too. I'd love it if you could do one of mine. And he didn't know me then. Okay. It was only a few months before we did the storyboard thing. And he didn't know me. And I was really surprised that he just went and, I don't know how, I didn't even send him a poem. He just found me on Facebook and he picked the poem, which is the one that I sent you, Annette, These Tied Feet. I didn't choose it. I didn't ask him to narrate that. He just picked it. And I was surprised he sent me something. Okay, it was on SoundCloud. He didn't have time to do the visuals. Doesn't matter. What I meant was that I was so, amazed that he'd even surprised me with saying, I've done your piece here. I didn't give him one. He chose one, and it was a prose piece. I was so surprised, and he did it quite quickly as well. That's how creative and how much talent he had, and how selfless he was. So that's basically how I just found it was amazing, and why we all talk about him so much.
I've actually got I've actually found the poem that I wrote him and dedicated it to him. So I don't do it so often in my books now, but I think in my previous books I used to dedicate poems to people. I know, Zan, I've dedicated one to you, and Dennis. Me and Dennis used to write. I think it was about 6-7 months, but me and Dennis used to write poems together. So this is the one, if I can read it, for Alan.
Of course.
Yeah, it's called Maestro, and it's in the book, The Gift of Poetry. Spiraling in orbit, for he is the sun, the moon and the stars, They all revolve around him, for he is the maestro conducting the show. He is the star in the night sky that makes it all aglow. His performance has no bounds, ruthless, defenseless, a man on a mission. With hands of the gods, he stops the collisions, creates magic with such fine precision. A maestro conducting the orchestra, his hands move this way and that, for he is the circus master. The clowns and the acrobats all fly around him as he lights the fire, makes it all begin. Thank you. That's dedicated to Alan. Yeah, so it's an old poem. I had to search for it, but yeah, thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, indeed.
I
Jill,
have
I think Jill
Sarfraz.
Tate's wanting to say something. Jill Tate, are you there? She's frozen. Jill Sharon, Jill Sharon.
I wanted to say, Sarfraz, I have that book and I love that poem. And in that book, you also dedicated a poem to Tim and I, or Tim and
Yes, I did. I did.
Tea and Biscotti.
Tea and Biscotti, yeah. Wow, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, it was a fun because I really enjoy, it's like a journey. I like, poetry or writing is a journey, and for me, you can tell those people that mean a lot because I include them in that journey. They become part of who I am. And Jill, yes, definitely. Yes, Tea and Biscotti. Yes, I love it.
We did too. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
If any of you ever heard him do his impressions from the royal family, you would be rolling. He had no respect. It was hysterical. He was so funny when he would talk about this entitlement issue. And I can just hear him talking about Andrew at this point no longer wants. I can only imagine what he would be saying right now, and it makes me laugh absolutely, because he was just so funny when it came to the royal family and the crown and all of this pomp and circumstance, which meant nothing, less than nothing to him, and he would just. It was hysterical. His imitations were priceless. Wow. He used that magical voice just to entertain.
Yes, indeed. So I actually thought I was going to. Well, I'm going to do one. Dennis, I had the one that you had mentioned, but I don't know if that's the one that you want me to play. But you had mentioned the Sweet Dreams one.
And Annette, I don't know if you saw Pratibha's note. Were you able to play These Tired Feet?
I thought didn't we already play that?
Oh
no, it kept repeating.
Well, I'm so sorry because 2 or 3 times in my mind I played it. So and that doesn't count. That's like horseshoes, whatever counts as horseshoes. I am so sorry, Pratibha. Darling, that is not a calculated oversight.
It's okay, and it happens. And also, you've been really good at presenting this. I don't know how you manage
multitasking.
Difficulty.
I've been trying to keep track, but let me go back to finding it because I just had it and I went beyond it because I thought, well, we're done with Pratibha. That's because in my mind we played it a couple of times, but that doesn't work.
That's what we're here for, to help you wherever we can.
That's right.
Dennis, you collaborated, Dennis, on a piece with Alan. Was it called A Prayer for India? Is that right?
Yes, it was To India with Love.
That was the most powerful piece. I must have watched it a dozen times, and I was in absolute awe. I never got a chance to tell you that.
Thank you, Jill. And actually, I remember, Annette, you doing an interview with Alan, and I was able to catch that. And I know you had brought up something, what videos, and I think that was actually one of them that Alan enjoyed doing. I remember him saying that.
I remember distinctly him praising that.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, of all of the videos he did for me, but yeah, that was I mean, it was. I mean, during the time, obviously, in COVID, during COVID, and the beginning of COVID, and so many lives were lost, and yeah, it was. When he did that and put that video out, and I saw it for the first time, I was blown away by it. But thank you, Joe, for that.
Is that what
Oh,
you would
you're
like
welcome.
to have played after I do Pratibha?
Whatever, whatever, Annette, they're all brilliant. So from Alan, so
Okay.
but let's see Pratibha's first.
Yes, let's. Well, we're going to listen because it
Listen.
wasn't a video. So it's
Yeah.
called These Tired Feet and is written by dear Pratibha. And forgive me again, darling. Here we go.
These tired feet have walked the earth barefoot in nature, soil, and the sands. Touching Mother Earth brings a sense of awakening, brings me closer to the years I have walked the lands on my own, far and wide, across the continents, just to feel free, in tune with my earthly being. I am forever at peace with my conscience, knowing I am here now at the end of it all. My days are slower. I haven't got long. The feeling of the openness refreshes my every thought while sitting here on my own.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Wow.
What
know,
inspired
as,
God.
as I'm listening to that, Pratibha, I'm thinking to myself, not that you're not an excellent writer, but that's a masterpiece. But I was thinking to myself, there's occasions when I write stuff and I think, and he did one for me called The Hunger of the Poet. And I came into it like a year later and I was like, did I really write that? That was really good. And that's
Yeah.
kind of, is that one of those for you, Pratibha? You're thinking, wow, did I really write that?
Oh yeah, it's like it just sounded so intense and it's just meaningful. It was just so powerful when he recited that for me because I know what I wrote. It's just when he wrote it, and then I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I wrote that. You know, I don't know what I was thinking, but I think I was just thinking someone at the end of their road, and it's just one of those lonely, heartful pieces that you think about, and it's meant to be a bit more philosophical, you know, about your life.
And he brings his magic in there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So you go from a masterpiece to, and you elevate it even a level higher whenever he does your work. Well, actually, I think it's probably more than one level higher, but he does such a mark.
Yeah, it just makes the words dance. You see, it just comes out.
Comes to life.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys saw, but in my head, in my mind's eye, I saw a barefoot man walking across sort of barren lands, and his feet feeling every rock, every hurt and all of that. It's a beautiful, beautiful poem. To be fair, I really enjoyed it.
Nomad.
It's a beautiful
Yeah,
piece.
that's it. A nomad going across these
across the desert.
I need to take that one too. I may try to do that one later when I have time sometime. Sarfraz is, I hope to get that to you maybe today yet. And I apologize for not having it ready because I really planned on doing it and I apologize. But so I think that Dennis, what I wanted to know from you is which one you really want me to show of yours next.
I mean, if you want to do the To India with Love, that was one of the first poems Alan, the first videos he made for me. The one prior to that was dedicated to my wife. That was the first one. So he did that. But let's do the To India with Love.
Okay. And now I'm hoping it's going to be here. Okay. Is that his? No. No, it's lounge music. came into there's a poet's lounge music beyond Alan's thing, and apparently has a piece of no, I won't. We were talking about India, right?
Yes.
And this has Indian, and then it has a bad word. And I was like, and I looked at it at first and I thought, did Alan record that? And it's not about him. So, but the Poets Lounge, and maybe I just need to look under you, Dennis, because it wasn't coming up. So let me look real quick. And how many did he do for you?
He did that. He did one about drug addiction. The Streets of Broken Dreams. He did The Truth of Love was the one he did for dedicated to my wife.
He did one for me too about drug addiction. I wrote it with a patient when I was doing drug rehab, inpatient drug rehab, and she was going to leave one night, and I said, "Let's go write."
Yes.
And yeah, mine's I Am Your Addiction. So yeah, those are really powerful pieces that hopefully that can help people. So kudos to you, Dennis, for writing that.
Thanks. Yeah, whatever you can find in that. I mean,
I got the India one.
Okay.
Yep. So give me just a moment. We'll get you hooked up. I believe this is it. I just have to, yep. Okay, so are you all there? Okay, so this is not showing it, is it? It's not showing it.
No, it's not showing it.
Okay.
It just shows the screen of
so I had it up there. I had it up there double. So next time that happens, because I was in a screen I couldn't get out of, and I couldn't figure out how to get back to here. I don't know what's going on, but just next time say, Annette, we don't see anything, and that would be just fine. So I didn't realize it. So I feel bad, and I feel like we need to start it from the beginning, if you don't mind, y'all. So it says stop the screen. Wow. So I'm going to get out of that. That's probably the wrong screen. And I'm going to go back to YouTube. I don't know why I'm double opening things today. But so the rest of you were doing kind of round two on things. So if there is one specifically that you want of yours after Dennis's, please tell me what that is. And then we're going to be wrapping it up before too long here. So give me just a moment again. Dennis Brown. And I found it. All right. We should be able to do it this time. I apologize.
4 consecutive days now, India has set unwanted global
Jake, we visited a government-run hospital in Uttar Pradesh.
350,000 cases in the last 24 hours.
And they are hard to
in
watch.
India, things have escalated to an all-time high. The death toll is rising at an alarming rate.
We lost it.
Yeah, it stopped. It stopped there. Annette, you look confused.
We are struggling. I fear for the people. Everywhere there is confusion.
আমরা সংগ্রাম চালিয়ে যাচ্ছি, কিন্তু জনগণের জন্য মনে ভয়ের উদ্রেক হয়। মানুষ সর্বত্র দুঃখ, ক্ষয় ও মৃত্যুর ধাঁধার মধ্যে আবদ্ধ হয়ে আছে।
We see the destruction in your land of a virus that just doesn't understand. We hear the cries within your voice. You were handed this without a choice. All the suffering and loss of life, the sleepless nights full of strife, in a country once full of bliss, forever changed by the course of this. Many nations have seen this hurt too, and of all the devastation this can do, as many families face a life of strain, love is sent to help heal the pain. Hope lingers within a shooting star. Better days ahead cannot be far. As we close our eyes and make a wish to end this virus that runs amiss. So as you battle this with all your might and look up ahead to find the light, we'll give you love and lend our hand, and together as one, we will take a stand.
Sorry, I'm muted. Beautifully done. And Dennis, I am sorry about that. This is what happened with that little thing, and that's why I went away for a little while, is because I'm looking down at everybody on the screen and it has me on there twice. And I was like, do we have a hacker? Why is there somebody on there twice? Because I thought it would come up as, like shared screen or something like that. And it was a still picture down there for me. And so I X'd out of it. I took it off the thing. So that's what happened. And I apologize, Dennis.
All right, we got it. So
yeah.
Thank you.
That's a magnificent piece, really.
And the images were just amazing.
Yeah.
Just
even just the last image of that flag just waving, great.
Well, that's Alan. He knew how to.
Yeah.
He knew how to do it up. That's for sure.
So, Dennis, is that your favorite of that he did for you, or?
Everyone has, there's a special place in my heart. Honestly, I don't really have any favorites. Like I said, you could take just like the one I did one. Sarfraz is a romantic poet, of course. I'm second to him, but he did one was oh my God, the 21st of May, but anyways, it was a romantic poem about first love and seeing that person again. And I remember writing it, and then it was like, yeah, it's all right. But then when he put the video to it, like I said, he just enhances everything. So, but yeah, so I love every one of them he does. I play him, from time to time, and think about Alan, and so good man.
Zan, one that I had up for you is you had, I think, put down Joy in Her Swing. Is that the one you wanted?
That's the one. Very, very heartwarming. I wrote that poem. I had a girlfriend, a childhood friend who passed away 3 years ago, and she was raising her granddaughter because her daughter had died 2 years before that. So very heartbreaking, and you'll see the story in the video. I wrote the poem after seeing a picture of this little girl, Azaria, in her swing in her new home in Florida. And Alan did a great job. So this one just goes straight to my heart.
Wow, that's marvelous.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at that. Hopefully I won't mess this one up. So let me find it. Here we go. And
Filled with awe and wonder, the young girl peers above toward her heavenly angels who rest in peace and love. A bright new beginning in her cozy new home, warmly welcomed and showered by loved ones she has known. This blessed little girl has seen far too much in her short 5 years. Many lives she has touched. Her mother transitioned to heaven. Her grandmother left in charge for the next 3 trying years. Grief was a constant sparge. God then summoned her grandmother to his heavenly home to rest. His plans for this precious one arose in a friendship manifest. By car, Azaria traveled to Florida with her loving auntie. Open arms and hearts were waiting at her perfect destiny. She is adored beyond measure, with little Diamond in tow. Her beloved pet Chihuahua goes wherever she goes. Now, joyful in her swing, her life is obviously grand. God's light shines through her bright eyes, just exactly as he planned.
Wow, chills again.
Chills.
So,
and that's the only video where I gave him pictures.
yeah,
I needed her
such
pictures.
a beautiful. The funny thing is this, Dan. I saw the title. Is it Joy in Her Swing? And I'm thinking a strong woman, and that's really, I'm not thinking swing. I'm thinking her swing.
In her, it was the look in her eyes. She was so happy in her. Yeah.
So, Jill Tait, is she here? Jill, there she is. So, I think that we came across, and we did not play this earlier, right? Because I'm getting a little confused. But we came across on SoundCloud one that you didn't know that Alan had recorded for you, called "The Writer." Jill Tait. Jill Tait. Can you hear me, Jill?
Sorry, me. Yeah, well, I didn't know.
Well, we're going to play it because it's definitely yours. You talk about your book in it, so you wrote it. You want me to play it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is one that Alan, it's called "The Writer." It says and Alan says that it's written by Jill Tait. So here we go.
I am your writer who rhymes for a reason. rating my verses, describing each season, as I try with my utmost to entertain you, dodging any depression from making you feel blue. So my words will be read from what the reader perceives. I'll be honest, whilst wearing my heart on my sleeves. For those anythings are possible when one truly believes, from my fabrics of fantasies, yon wonders of weaves. I have accomplished my goal and now written a book. The title is Jill's Tales. Please feel free to look. My meandering mind is a novelist nook, always passionately poetic, by hook or by crook.
Jill, the thing is this, darling. You wrote that. It has your Jill Tales in there. And so you can't remember it. But the thing is how can you remember? How many poems have you written? You keep shaking no. You don't think you wrote it? Jill?
No, Alan did that.
Oh, is that what you're shaking your head about? You didn't know Alan did it?
Yeah. No. Alan did that. Please, can you send me that?
Oh.
Annette, can you hear me?
You're breaking up. What did you say?
She asked you to send it to her.
Can you?
Oh, I'll send it to you. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I'll send it to you.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Another surprise from Alan.
That's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gift. It's a gift. So that I know that's what you were shaking your head about, I guess. I kept thinking,
I'm just
can't
like,
remember.
Wow. The gift that keeps on giving. Yeah.
Exactly. So, all right. So we Dennis, we did you twice. Jill, we've done you twice now. Jill, Sharon, Kimmelman. I wanted to know which one of yours you wanted next. Did you want Dirty Martini or do you want something else or?
I think there's one that Alan gave me the title for, and that's called Forever Home. So I'm going to go with that if we even have time, but if not, it's perfectly okay.
Yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up. I think as long as I've gone through everybody, but you say that you think it's called Forever Home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just need to find you in here, Jill. So, okay, Forever Home. I got it. Okay.
Sleep a while more, my love. Your funny, lopsided smile crinkles even as you rest. Those brown eyes register your dreams. Butterfly images dance with enviable grace. I may never know of what you dream, shall always recall your peaceful gaze, the soothing warmth around the corners of your eyes and soft berry lips. I am content to sit beside you, hands clasped, our breathing like a metronome in sweet synchronization. You call me the one who awaits your return home, our enchanted cottage ever more beautiful. You have named our forever home. So many plans for shared adventures, what we ask each other to hold on to, what we ask ourselves to believe and affirm. As I write upon these parchment pages, tears stain my cheeks. Palsied hands shake and quiver. I may have blotted a page or two. Yet I take up my pen, determined to try again. Sleep a while more, my love. You remain my muse, my reason for being, my love, my life.
Beautiful, beautiful, marvelous. And I got my
Well,
camera off.
thank
Let me put you
you.
back on. So that was marvelous. Sarfraz, did we go through you a couple times?
Yeah, I mean the only one that's you haven't done, and it's fine if you don't do it. It's a poem called Blind, which is in the poets. Yeah, it's called Blind. In fact, the funny thing is about that poem, Alan took a couple of my poems. He took quite a lot of them and did a couple of videos for me. But it was only after he did the videos that I thought, oh my god, they're actually really quite good. I actually thought they weren't very good, to be fair, but when he did the video, he brought them to life. So Blind is a really, really good one.
Okay, I found it. So we'll play that and then we're going to wrap it up. So here we go.
The hummingbird's wings stopped in mid-flow. Wild waters lose the will to flow. Silence burns, a catalyst, ends the desire. The stillness of time have stopped the fire. The cold chill engulfs me, blinds my passion, so I cannot see. My timing is out of sync. Now there's no looking forward, there is no looking back. Clocks have stopped dead in their tracks. Lost all sense of time now, there is no rhythm, there is no rhyme. For I don't know what to find. For without you, I am blind.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing.
Chills, chills, chills. The thing is that I sit there and think about Alan and what a loss he is to our community, or his death is such a loss, and that we feel it. But I can't be too sad because he's just left us with so many gifts of his work. So it's like he positioned us in a good place, didn't he? And he gave of himself and gave of his efforts and gave of his time and talents. And what a gift he gave to all of us. So anybody else want to say anything on parting?
I was just there saying that I think we were all blessed to have met him, and he came into our lives at the right time, as we all did. I think we came into each other's lives at the right time as well, post lockdown. And I know Annette, certainly for you and for me, and maybe others as well. We were in isolation in houses, and we had no one else to connect with, but we connected with each other through poetry and the passion of poetry. But also Alan Johnson, what he did, he elevated our words into something spectacular. And that's what he created. And also he was, I always called him a poet promoter. He was like our promoter. He was an advocate for our work. But honestly, I think in the last 2 hours, haven't we heard some amazing poetry? It's just been great.
We have. And you think about the time that Alan committed to doing our videos. I have to thank his family. Like Ben said, he would walk into the shed and Alan would say, I'm recording. But he spent a lot of time. He gave that to us.
Yeah.
The gift.
Yeah.
Like, keeps on giving.
Yep. You dearly miss, that's for sure.
I apologize because I didn't realize we were getting comments in the background. They weren't popping up for me like they usually do, or I wasn't alerted. but I'm just going to go through this just real quick, and we don't have too many, but Bernice Lady, lovely tribute, guys. Anybody who know who that is?
No.
And Trey Pendle recorded the song. Not sure. Go away. What?
Go away, Sarfraz.
Oh, don't go away.
Go away.
You know that person?
I think I know that person. That's my sister.
Okay.
Oh, that's your sister.
So, yeah, it's not militia. Not militia.
Oh, I was getting nervous there, Sarfraz.
No, that's my sister, bless her, the oldest sister. And she's being a bit cheeky.
Okay. So
I have
anyway,
one thing I
wonderful
wanted to
tribute.
say.
So thank you for that. So I just wanted to really actually thank you all for taking the time to come and help me celebrate Alan. You know, it is what it is. He is what he is. And he's given us so many gifts. And I would encourage people to go out there and go on to his YouTube channel on YouTube and look at the multitude of his works, not just his own, but what he's done for others. The Poets Lounge on YouTube, and he just did a marvelous work. And he's also on SoundCloud. He's under Trending Poets on SoundCloud of some things that he's recorded. So he'll forever be in our thoughts and our hearts. Love and blessings to you all. And may we continue to.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you there, Jill? Yeah, I can hear you. One thing I would encourage all of us to do, including myself, is to keep reposting his videos continually on our pages. I think that's very important.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jill, you're cutting in and out, darling.
Could I just say something really quickly? I
Yes.
just wanted to say, the last couple of years, I've been very much unwell and very much feeling disconnected from my poetry family. And today, the core, you're all here. And I don't think you have any idea how hard I'm shaking and how grateful I am to be with the people who bought my book, who supported me, who believe in me, and given me the opportunity to read some magnificent work that all of you have created, and to make me feel that I'm still welcome. I can't thank you enough. It's so good to be here today. Thank you for just making me feel connected again. I'm still writing. I just I had no idea how much I missed all of it.
Yeah, we love you, Jill. We love you, Jill. Jill, I mean, I'll never forget those conversations. They would go on for hours. Remember during the lockdown, and we'll be chatting, and it will be like really late in the UK, and I'll be talking to you, Jill, and then you had this, and you had lots of friendships, and you know, I'll never forget that time. I mean, to be fair, without you guys, I think. I dread to think without poetry and Pop and Annette and Zan and Dennis, all of you guys, I think you kind of saved us from, you know, the loneliness, the isolation, because I was on my own in a big house, all on my own, couldn't see anyone, but you guys were like a window to the world, and we love you all.
Well, it saved us, but we were chosen. We helped.
Yeah.
And we are blessed.
Yes. And I think we're blessed to have two Jills. Jill Tait was trying to say something too.
Yeah,
go Jill.
Oh, she froze.
Jill Tait. Jill, do you want to take your camera off and just talk through the microphone?
Yeah, it might be quicker.
Oh, yeah. If there's an icon of the camera, you just tap it and it'll come off.
Or sometimes type it in the chat. I think.
Yeah, type it in the chat. Yeah, type it in the chat.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna. I think we got some technical difficulty.
Oh,
So,
she might be doing it now. She might be doing it.
Okay.
Jill, are you there?
She's on mute right now, I think.
Jill, you want to unmute?
You know what, Jill, Dennis,
let me
Zach,
see if I can unmute her.
brilliant to see you all again after so long, honestly.
Yeah, Dennis, I've not seen you for years.
Miss
Well,
you
you
guys.
know, it's
Love
when
your
I
poetry, Dennis. I miss it as well.
thank you. Yeah, when Annette invited me, obviously I wanted to do it as a, for Alan, but I didn't realize, I miss you guys a lot. Miss my family, my poetry family. So,
Bless you.
yes, I mean, that I remember even Sarfraz, my wife and I still talk about it during the time we'd put you, I'd call you and we'd be walking and, she loved hearing your voice too. And he'd be talking to us while we're walking and it just, I do miss that, Jill, Zan, Pratibha. I miss all you guys. And of course, Annette. But yeah,
it was
you're going to see me back a little more,
Great.
you're going to see me back a little more.
Your poems. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm starting to write again.
The truth of the matter is you all are excellent poets. So, yeah.
Oh, and real quick, Sarfraz, I'm going to be in London Christmas Eve.
Oh, Dennis.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be in London Christmas Eve. We're going to go there, London, then we're going to go to Scotland, and then we're going to finish New Year's in Ireland. So,
oh my God!
Anybody want to come?
Yeah.
Meet up?
Oh man!
Bloody hell! That's not far. That's not too far from us. You love it. You love London in Christmas time.
Wow.
Okay, Jill, Tait is back.
Okay, Jill.
Jill, can you talk, honey?
Yeah. Oh, you hear me? You can't hear me.
We can hear you a little bit. Keep going.
You can't hear.
We can
I want
hear.
to say thank you to Pratibha. Thank you to Pratibha. Pratibha.
Thanks, Jill.
I wanted to say thank you to you.
I think it's because I introduced her to
Pratibha, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
I think you know why. It's because I said to Jill from Cosmophonal, come and join Pop. It was it was around COVID time. We were on Cosmophonal, and Jill said, okay. And I knew what would happen, Annette, before you would. She would be posting all the time, and you noticed straight away. And she's amazing. And then she became a moderator, and then oh my God, I knew she'd just fly.
I think I might have sent her a message. Hey, you can't post any more than 3 a day.
That's not Jill.
That's right. Jill's the exception.
And then it was kind of like, but I see how active you are, and would you like to become a moderator? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Jill's poetry was brilliant. It's always storytelling. Absolutely amazing, Jill.
Great, all of it. Well, all of you are marvelous, and thank you so much for bringing yourselves here and your talents and blessing us all with your remarkable works that you did with Alan Johnson, and love and blessings to Alan Johnson's family and the rest of the poetry community who misses and still feels his loss. I think there will always be a piece out of that community in that he was a big component. So everyone, see you later. It's time to leave. 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well spent.
Well spent, well worth it.
Yeah.
And
thanks for hosting.
Love you all. You're all marvelous. Thank you so much for sharing. And take care, y'all. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We should do this again sometime.
Yes.
For sure.
Just to get together.